In all humans, the features or the characters are same. Like every human has some height, every human has some body color, every human has some hair color, every human has some eye color. So having height, having body color, having eye color, having hair color, having some hair type, all these are features or characters. So in all humans, features or characters are same, but forms of these characters, which we call traits, they are different. Like body color, that is character. Forms of that body color: wheatish, dark, fair, etc. Hair color, that is character. Forms of its forms of that characters are black, brown, white, etc. Next, eye color, it is character. Forms of this character are black, hazelnut, bluish, honey color, like different forms are there. Okay. There will be two versions or two copies of genetic material for every trait in a child, because the mother and father of the child have equally contributed the genetic material for the expression of traits in the child. Right? So there will be two versions or copies of genetic material for every trait in a child, because the mother and father of the child have equally contributed the genetic material for the expression of traits in the child. When two versions of genetic material is there for every trait, then which version of the trait will be seen in the child? For example, for skin color, from mother, the fair version of genetic material has come into the child, and from father, the dark version of genetic material has come and entered in the child. Then which version of the trait will be seen in the child? The two alternative versions are the genetic copies, which are responsible for the outward expressed form of the trait, are called alleles. So the two versions or two copies of the genetic material of a trait are called alleles. So in humans, for every trait there is a pair of alleles, which is also called an allelic pair. So for every trait there is an allelic pair in humans. Not only in humans, in all of the diploid organisms, for every trait there is an allelic pair of genetic information. Out of this pair of alleles, each allele is contributed by one parent. As two parents are there, mother and father, two alleles are contributed together from both father and mother for every trait. As two parents are there, two alleles are contributed together from both father and mother. For what? For every trait. In an allelic pair, if both of them providing genetic information for the same outward appearing form. For example, the allele that has come from father is providing the genetic information for dark skin color. And the allele that has come from mother also is providing the genetic information for same dark skin color. That means both of them are providing for the same outward appearing form. Then in that case there is no problem, because as both alleles are providing information for same or for only one form, that particular form of trait only will be expressed. Both of them are providing information for black skin color or dark skin color. So the child automatically expresses the dark skin color. In the other case, if one allele is having the genetic information for one form and the other allele is providing the genetic information for some other alternative form, then which form of trait has to be expressed out? Which form of trait has to be expressed out? For example, from mother, fair skin color genetic information has come as the version of genetic information. And from father, the dark skin color version of genetic information has come into the child. Now, the allelic pair is having the genetic information for contrasting traits. One is dark, another one is fair. Then, which form of trait has to be expressed out? In order to know this, there was a scientist known as Sir Gregor John Mendel. Gregor John Mendel, has conducted some experiments. So, which form of trait has to be expressed out can be understood by the Mendelian rules of inheritance, which Mendel has formulated based on the results of his experiments. Gregor John Mendel is known as father of genetics because the experiments about how the inheritance of traits occurs were conducted for the first time by the Mendel. These experiments have formed the basis in the field of genetics. So only Gregor John Mendel is known as father of genetics. To conduct the experiments about the inheritance of traits, Mendel has combined the knowledge of both science as well as mathematics. Practically to speak, the knowledge of both biology and mathematics. So Mendel actually he tried to become a mathematics teacher, but in his country, they need to get a certificate in order to become a teacher, like how we get here the B.Ed, M.Ed, like that, right? Unfortunately, he could not meet the standards of that exam and he failed in that exam and he could not get that certificate. But his zeal or the interest or passion in teaching or in providing knowledge about certain facts, especially scientific facts, it didn't subside in him. So he has become a priest. Then as a priest, he was giving all his holy sayings. Along with that, he has conducted some experiments with garden pea plants. And previously, whatever the experiments that were conducted with any biological organisms, many of them did not apply the mathematics knowledge in them. Whereas Mendel, what he thought of becoming a mathematics teacher. So he applied that mathematics knowledge in the field of biology. Mendel has conducted his experiments with garden pea plants. Why? Why only garden pea plants? Why not with banyan tree? Why not with jasmine tree? Why not with any other small tree or large tree? Why garden pea plants? Based on certain specific features. Okay, garden, what are they? Garden pea plants are the flowering plants. Number one. Okay, flowering plants means the most developed plants. But they are small in size. Okay, so handling a small thing is easier. So here handling means growing them. As the garden pea plants are small in size, they can be grown very easily in small space itself. And these plants have small duration of lifespans, some 3 to 4 months like that. So they can come to maturity faster. Since they are having small lifespan, many number of generations can be grown in that small duration of time period, right? And they have large number of contrasting traits having visible characters. These garden pea plants have large number of contrasting traits having visible characters. Why are they needed? Because in order to understand how the traits are getting inherited, okay, we need to have many examples for this particular purpose, as the characters with contrasting traits. So garden pea plants are having large number of contrasting traits having characters. So why Mendel has chosen garden pea plants? Because they are small in size, so that they can be grown in very small space, and they have small duration of time period of maturity, so that within a less time period itself many generations of plants can be obtained. And most importantly, they have got large number of contrasting traits having characters, which are used to understand how the inheritance of traits is taking place. We just now have discussed that the garden pea plants are having large number of contrasting traits having visible characters. Let us see what are those contrasting traits having visible characters, which were used by the Mendel. Here I have taken character and its traits. Height. Garden pea plants are available in both tall and short versions. Flower color. Garden pea plants are available both with white flowers as well as violet flowers. Seed shape. Garden pea plants are available with the seeds which are in round shape as well as in wrinkled shape. Flower position. Some garden pea plants, they produce flowers on the top of the plant body, terminal flowers, and some other garden pea plants, they produce the flowers in their axis, means on the branches itself and in their axis itself. And seed color. Some garden pea plants produce seeds with green color, and some other garden pea plants will produce seeds with yellow color. Such that garden pea plants, they are showing a lot of contrasting traits having visible characters. And all of these characters, they can be observed by our naked eyes. No need to use any microscope. So that whatever the results are coming, they can be easily observed with our naked eyes. Okay, Mendel has taken garden pea plants with a large number of contrasting traits having visible characters. So what did he do actually? Mendel has conducted crossing experiments with garden pea plants. Mendel has conducted crossing experiments with garden pea plants. What is crossing? Crossing means joining of male gamete with female gamete. Okay, that is what called crossing in true sense. In nature, crossing between the plants of same species, it is mediated by wind, water, animals. Okay, animals means there are many insects that play the key role in the mediation of this crossing. And there are many molluscans like a snail, many birds, so many things are there. Whatever it may be, crossing between the plants of same species is mediated by wind, water, and animals like insects. In crossing, what happens? The male gametes have to reach the female gametes. In crossing, the male gametes have to reach the female gametes. Okay. And in flowering plants, the male gametes, where are they present? The male gametes are present in pollen grains, and female gametes are present in ovules. And in How Do Organisms Reproduce chapter, we have learned that pollination, fertilization, like that. Right? Pollination means transfer of pollen from anther to the stigma of the flower. So there itself, the male gametes are transferred from that male reproductive part to female reproductive part. Once after reaching the stigma from the pollen grains, the pollen tube will be germinated into the stale, and through the stale, the male gametes present inside the pollen grain will travel towards the ovules which are present in the ovary. And after reaching the mouth of the ovules, the male gametes are released from the pollen tube and they enter inside the ovule, and the male gamete will fuse with the female gamete or egg cell, such that the fertilization is completed. So, like this, the crossing will be taking place in the plants naturally. So, artificially, if we have to do what Mendel has done, all the things we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.